Estoy grabando para... Mira a Mauro en el chat. Habla de Mauro.
Sí. Ah, se unió Mauro.
Sí, Mauro está en Twitch.
Mauro va a pelear a Aarón.
No, se termina este tipo las cosas que pone.
Mauro, compórtate. En el chat, pórtate bien, bro.
Este tipo se le queda enfermo, mi hermano.
Cristian, súbele el volumen a eso que no lo escucho.
Ahí.
A la pelea.
Sí, ya lo subí el volumen.
Ahí viene Josh Pack,
Dale, sube el volumen, bestia.
Ya lo subí, vivo.
No puedo subirlo más, ¿sabes?
Súbanse ustedes un poco el volumen, pero ya está al máximo.
Yo creo que ese es Aarón. Yo creo que ese es Aarón, ¿oíste? Que está atrás en las cortinas.
Ya lo subí ya, mi gente. Díganme si se escucha bien ahí.
Cuando tú ves un nido en la cabeza de uno, ese es Aaron.
Vamos.
Sebu Costa is now following.
Métele, por favor. Se calentó esto.
Este tipo es un punto.
Se calentó esto.
Este tipo es un punto.
AACF, another newcomer gym to this Fight 14
La cabeza esa.
in Wilkesboro.
Vamos, todo el mundo ponga.
All I know about Wilkesboro is that they have some really good gas station pizza. I would always stop at this one particular gas station on the way to between Myrtle Beach and Charlotte. And for some reason, this gas station had these like pizzas, like hot and ready pizzas, and they were always so good. Better than Domino's, better than Little Caesars, any of that stuff.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm telling you, it was good.
I eat some gas station food now.
I think it might be the only gas station in Wilkesboro, for all I know.
Ponlo en el grupo, ¿oíste?
Listen, I love gas station food.
All American Combat is the name of the gym. All American Combat and Fitness.
I don't care about that. What's the name of the gas station?
Pretty sure that's, yeah.
I don't care about that. What's the name of the gas station?
Baby Boom is now following.
And his opponent also looking to get that first W in the cage. Fighting out of Triumph Fight Academy in Indian Land, South Carolina. Please welcome Aaron Escalona.
So no information about the instructors or the owners of the All-American Combat and Fitness Gym. First newcomers to Fight For It. We'll see how their debuting fighter on Fight For It does tonight. That's Josh Pack, and he's going to be taking on the man you see on your screen right now, Aaron Escalona. And he's from Triumph Fight Academy, a gym I'm very familiar with as well. So David Chiquaya there in the corner. I believe that the head coach, Avery, is out at Syndicate MMA right now at the coaching seminar. And also have some students competing at Worlds in Vegas this weekend as well. So David Chiquaya taking the head position here in the corner. He's a former Fight For It fighter, heavyweight amateur champion back in the day as well. So a man who's very familiar with this venue and can get you ready for a fight here. Great song choice. The best Bond song out of all the Bond movies, and in my opinion, the best Bond movie, Skyfall.
Oh.
Not close in my mind either. I think it's not close.
Gosh. That's a significant statement. Catalog how strong. I would say, I would argue saying any movie, because there's so many. Saying anyone is.
I think it's like kind of the generic or like the most acceptable answer to people is the Sean Connery movie of their choice, right? They just accept that he's the best Bond.
I've never heard Bond, so Casino Royale is my first Bond movie.
I love Daniel Craig's Bond, yeah.
But anyway,
Casino Royale's in the top 3 as well.
We get into the action.
Cristian, muteanos a nosotros dos.
Aaron Escalona. in the blue shorts takes on Josh Pack
Muteate
in the
tú,
black shorts.
Brian.
He's got good taste in music, but can he fight? We're about to find out. Representing
Muteate tú,
Triumph
Brian.
Fight Academy in the proud city of Indianland, South Carolina, just shy of that North Carolina border.
Vamos.
And we have the All-American Combat Fitness Gym making their debut with Josh Pack, their fighter from Wilkesboro.
Pack drawing first blood with that low kick. Escalona tried a right hand, didn't quite reach him. Escalona's corner calling for the right. He throws the left. There it is.
Ahí,
A
ahí
shot by
nomás.
Escalona, he throws
Left
it
hook.
straight.
Yeah, left hook, and then he pulls himself out of range when Pack tries to retaliate.
Got the head off of the center line. You notice he's got the Locust Muay Thai patch on his shorts as well. Second time we've seen that gym reference tonight.
Vamos.
So it's a little risky, the posture he's using with his chin back and up, and that's what happens. As you
Cuidado,
get
cuidado,
caught.
tranquilo. Hey,
And it looks
tranquilo.
like we got some grappling
Tranquilo.
prowess. The handcuff right there, that far side handcuff from the top player here.
Ahí,
Pac.
cógelo por el
That's
cuello,
an
ahí nomás.
educated approach to the grappling here, and you can see he's trying to get over the legs. If he gets over the legs, there's no knee shield, there's no half guard, especially if he can keep this wrist right here.
And Escalona still holding on to that
If you
side
watch the
headlock.
Russians, they're like the best in the world at this. The Dagestani guys, they're the best. But the Americans, the coaches here, and certainly a lot of these local coaches that I talk
Vamos,
to
ahócalo.
are catching on to the fact.
Ahócalo.
Escalona looking over here towards his corner, perhaps for some advice or some
No lo de
input.
ir.
That side headlock's probably not doing him any
Hey,
favors.
cuidado, cuidado,
And
cuidado,
that's what makes
cuidado.
it so powerful is that Escalona used a lot of energy and got out of there.
Buena, buena, buena.
Pac
Oh,
still ended up in a
man.
great
Vamos.
position,
And
but
manages to make it
Escalona's on the grip now.
Ahí
He's
otra-
on the
ahí nomás
dilly.
otra vez,
He's
ahí
going
nomás.
to
Se fue,
get
se
a
fue.
little silly.
Pack
fue.
is fighting the
Vamos.
hands and has his forehead on the mat.
The chin's a little far away. He's bringing the chin closer. Watch as the chin gets closer, the choke gets tighter. Nice bite here. Now the elbow will start to come up. Oh, see, now every time he looks up and looks away, it's going to get less tight. That's like the #1 mistake you'll see people make when they're trying to finish this position. He needs to not pull him apart like a Barbie doll. He needs to like compress him and like suck him into the black hole of his armpit. This is one of the most commonly messed up moves in jiu-jitsu, and it's even more complicated by the glove, and that's why you see so many people feel like they have a good bite and not get the move. And we see Escanola now looking for an arm.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Hammer fist from Pack. as he
Escalona in the
30
high guard
segundos.
triangle now.
Vamos.
punching his way.
That was
then
not
gives up the
that was
pass.
not advisable, but we're going back and forth with the grappling. It's
Qué
clear
bien,
Escalona
Aarón.
has jiu-jitsu experience, and it's clear to me
Qué bien, Aarón.
Pac has more of a wrestling base.
¡Qué grande, cojones!
Ahí, veo potencial,
Escalona's
veo
corner,
potencial en
blowing
Aaron.
Shrimp, trying to get him to escape away from the cage. But Escalona laying flat, not moving much. And now
Escalona building the triangle of trust off of the wall here to
Coño,
try and
abrazo,
keep,
serio,
trying to
como
keep the
quieras.
knees between him because he knows Pac wants to posture up.
raining down some heavy
referee.
punches
Sí,
there at the
vamos,
bell
vivo,
range.
Nice stack by Pac.
Ya,
And I
ya,
feel
se
like that
acabó.
was smart of him to come up and score at the last minute because that was quite a back and forth round. You want the judges, the last thing they see when they're
grande,
holding their
papá.
pin, getting ready to write the score down, you on top, throwing punches.
Primer round para Aaron, en mi opinión.
On his
Sí,
back,
primer
round
stacked
para
by Pac, being
sí, sí.
attacked.
Lo tuvo en una
Getting whacked
guillotina
and whacked
super
and
tight.
smacked.
Super
Y que
tight.
no, papá, y era... Y cuando se
He looks
escapaba
good on
lo
that
metí
high
en
guard
otra...
for a second, and then he kind of gave into the temptation of hammer fist. Like
Punching. Jacob Pies, you are not.
you should be trying to use your hands to pull the posture in more and
No,
more
mi
and
gente, todo el
more.
mundo W en el chat, para Aarón, W Aarón, todo W todo el
As a-
mundo en
as a
el chat,
Jacob
W Aarón.
Pies move. Have a halfway on guillotine and start halfway on triangle. Start punching, and somehow things get better for
Doble,
you.
doble, doble.
W, vamos, todo el mundo W, todo el
Escalona
mundo W.
unable to make that happen for him.
RG_Escalona_ he is now
And he
following.
finishes the round.
But my advice as a coach about that last round, I'd say, as a grappling coach, I'd say, don't go for a guillotine in an MMA fight if you don't tap guys every single
Mauro,
second.
métete ahí en el
Guillotine.
ring ahí a ver qué
If
pasa
you're
ahí
the
en
type
el
of guy
ring.
that goes in there and you can tap anybody in
Yeah,
your
well,
gym with a
la agarra para
guillotine,
arriba.
I'm going to tell you should go for it. But you don't want to, if you're not getting taps with that in the gym, you think you're going to just get good at it.
David Vasquez 5 is now
Escalona.
following.
Ahí,
With
gracias al
that
seis,
upright
vamos,
posture,
Aarón.
head up tall. Head up
La
tall,
primera
like
ronda
someone's
fue
pulling
dura.
on a string attached to the top of his head. See how his head's up tall?
So now,
His chin's up.
obviously the cat's out of the bag as far as the strength of Pac, and it's like, how does he adjust to the new look? Is Escalona so worried about the grappling now that he gets hit with a big shot from Pac, or does he adjust properly and kind of like address this with a respect, but also the proper response?
Well, when he used this stance and posture earlier, Pac
No,
put one on his
tipo,
chin and was able to
serio.
force him down because he's leaning a little bit back. You see it's a slight.
Ya son
He's
30 ya,
pulling
papi.
Tall man
back.
defense. Tall man
He's
defense.
pulling the head back to increase the distance a little bit. The trade-off is that you expose the chin more, and that if you do get clipped or you are pushed, you're off balance backwards more. See, as he walks, see him walking his rear leg up underneath him and his head pulled back, chin pulled towards his neck.
There's Pac on the
Nice
attack.
brawl.
Escalona's not in a hurry to sprawl. Every time he's in a position where he could potentially circle out, he wants to punch from the bottom. He's looking at a far side Kimura here. And they're pursuing him to get this back to the cage or the mat. And I think that's not bad. Yeah, that was not a great Oh, right up the middle. Dale missed it completely.
Escalona
Tipo
lets go of his
quiere
own
tirarlo por
accord.
el piso.
It's a pretty hard little knee.
Es un low blow.
Once again, if you don't throw it in a training room, it's going to not have the greatest accuracy. And that's
Creo que le quitaron un punto a Ron por un golpe abajo.
Sí, sí, es un low blow.
Escalona's corner, telling him that you can knock him out. Use your
Technically,
hands.
it's against the rules to corner.
It is,
during
yeah.
an
Tipo, no
situation,
entendió lo que le dijo el
but
árbitro.
that's only enforced if the referee doesn't like you or your corner.
Right. It's been my experience that the referee will let you corner illegally as long as you pretend you're not.
Dale also
Le
might not be
magulló
able
la
to
cara ahí,
hear Dale.
¿ves?
Yeah, it's probably can't. That's one of the tricks too. You just mumble.
You just hope Dale's the referee.
Yeah.
Who's the referee that always let the NWA cheat in WCW? Randy, was it Nick Patterson or was
Nick,
it Randy?
Patrick.
Nick-
Nick Patrick.
Yeah.
He was the NWO ref.
Yeah. That's Dale's the unwitting asset to so many things like that.
This is what Escalona is looking for with that posture and his chin back and up like that. He's looking to be just out of reach so that when Pac comes forward, he can counter with the right.
No se le escapó.
He wants Pac to come forward and try something so he can counter him. But he's eating that left. It's happened 3 times now.
Yeah. Pac's kind of throwing it like this though.
Yeah, kind of.
He's not really throwing it like a hammer. He's throwing it like a palm strike almost. Almost like he hasn't done a lot of throwing with power.
Or maybe he's felt something from Escalona. Sometimes even when you haven't been cracked, you can feel the power.
Buena.
Yeah, I think Escalona has KO power in his right
When you
hand.
look at the face, he's been mangled by some of the punches from the bottom.
That was his forearm.
Yeah.
And you heard the smack of it, and
It
you
kinda
see the
bounced him.
reaction. Pac has not been hit clean with it yet, really, and he's very, very scared of it. Stiff, straight left.
Alejandro
Escalona-
1
I
2
think
3
Escalona
4
possesses
5
power
6
in his
7
right
8
hand
9
that
3
Pac
8
can
3 8
feel.
is now following.
And that's what's making him so cautious.
Alejandro, gracias por seguirme.
Pac a little off his feet there. I don't think
Yeah.
that was from a punch.
No, it was just from the rotation of Escalona's
He's
body.
throwing and also Pac's throwing everything so hard.
All that happened there is Escalona turned
El
his
tipo-
body and bumped him
el tipo
kind
le
of with
tiene
the
miedo.
forearm,
Le está
and
echando
it
para
knocked
atrás,
him off
para atrás,
balance.
para atrás.
I think
Vamos,
Escalona
vamos.
is generating a lot of power.
Nunca
He just hasn't found a way to
tiempo
land it.
En mi opinión, Aaron sigue
reactions
ganando
that
la
Pac
pelea.
is giving,
No, Aaron lo ha
he's
dominado la primera
he's
ronda.
giving
lo
this guy a
dominó
lot of
completo.
respect for a guy who hasn't landed a punch at all. So I'm guessing that he's felt that impact on his guard. You can feel this. You know, when you fight a guy, even if he hasn't hit you yet and he hits your
Qué
guard,
grande, Aaron.
you'll
You're like,
know.
I don't want to feel that.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy hits for real. And there are
Yeah.
dudes that can hit you square in the face, and you're like, oh, I'm good. I can take those all night long. When you have a guy hit your guard that you know hits real hard, it can change everything you do.
It's a shadow over the rest of the fight.
Yes, even if he hasn't got you yet with
Yeah.
it.
Or if a guy has that reputation about him,
Quedándose.
before you even get in there, you can feel the pressure of that power.
I think Escalona is carrying a
Ahí va
stick of
Mauro ahí a
dynamite in
pedir
that
el
right hand.
Instagram ahí de la...
His corner keeps talking
Well, he's
about
got to
it.
land clean. He's got to land clean. And honestly,
Mauro no coge ni una vuelta, chico.
I think he's a little bit smarter of a grappler. Instinctually, he operates on instinct a little. Oh,
Oh, he's
man.
wobbled. He's wobbled. He tucked his chin down. He's
Yep.
blinking. He's chewing on his mouth guard. This is all smoke and mirrors. He's hurt. These boys always
Vamos,
impress
vamos.
me with their ability to take a hard
Vamos,
shot like
vamos.
that, blink it out, and get
Ahorca,
their
puntico.
fight together.
Yeah, I wish I was 18.
No, bro, Mauro no se porta bien,
Escalona
bro.
crunch down a little lower now. He's He's switching stances now and changing levels. He wants Pac to do something else because the way that Pac is making his entry, he hasn't been able to catch him with that right. He needs a different stimulus to get Pac to come forward in a way, because every time he comes forward, Pac is able to get that left to Escalona's chin.
Escalona's playing Matador, and he's mostly not getting hit, but he can't get the bull to go all the way through the cape for the kill shot. He can't.
Yeah.
He's not getting the full reckless commitment from Pac. Pac looks like he's swinging wild, but there's just a little bit of, I'm going to get out of here, left. He's not sticking around for that last shot that could win in the fight or get him knocked out.
Pac taking a running start.
He just gets out right when Escalona starts to respond and starts to like kind of walk forward. He's like, all right, I'm out. Let me reset. He's really good at knowing when to not be there. He just isn't very accurate.
Dale un ban ahí.
Not bad cagemanship either from Pac either. Like I don't mind what I saw there.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of keeping himself from being stuck anywhere.
¿Quién es Alejandro? Alejandro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Beautiful level change in entry. Pac was looking for something like that all fight since the first round. He saw that there was an opening there. He's looking to the leg drag. He doesn't get it. He goes, it settles for top half guard. And this time, instead of looking for this guillotine, he should try to turn his hips over and get on top. But it looks like he's going to try to just hang on to the neck.
Escalona held onto a headlock earlier. It's a strange mix of the choices that he's making in the grappling exchanges are weird to me.
I almost made a new person unconscious the other night with this Von Flue, not even trying. They were just squeezing my head and I was on top of them. They were pulling my weight onto them and I almost choked themselves out.
Pac walking over.
Pac's going to come up. Yeah, see, Pac should have settled for north-south or side control, but he's very good on the re-wrestle. And a beautiful pass with the ankle drag.
Holding on to that ankle.
So, yeah, he's shown the intention. Great mount, and 30 seconds is a lot of time to work. Trial class escape.
No.
He's sucked in a little bit because he's across the, now he can get out the way. If he goes diagonal again, it's going to be hard for him to pull himself out. When you go diagonal, you're pulling the weight on top of you. You're like kind of curling the weight on top of you. If you go straight arms, you'll be able to press him away like a sunset flip in wrestling. He needs to get under the arms and now expand his core. And ocularly, that doesn't look great on the judges when you're in the fight there.
No, that looks pretty much
and
like.
Greg Briley was right there. I know we got some great pics of that moment.
Déjame decirte, está complicado, porque creo que el tercer round es de Pac. El primero es de Aaron y el segundo
neither guy gave the judges a lot to work with there.
La primera ronda fue de Aaron.
I mean,
sí, la primera fue de Aaron.
I think Pac is the guy going forward. He's the guy having success. If one guy did get to implement his game, it was Pac.
Yeah. Yeah, even with not as many of those strikes landing as I'm sure Pac would have liked to. I think the grappling exchanges, he was firmly in control of most of them.
No, Aaron está doble Aaron el de chat, doble Aaron.
Coño, como que lo cogieron como una boutique, serio, claro que no. Si podía largar ahí. Quiero verte a ti ahí en el ring ahí a ver qué haces.
And the juggling has been fine tonight.
For MMA. So far.
Por lo menos es realista, que grande ahí.
¿Quién ganó? No han dicho todavía, ¿no?
Except for Patrick, maybe. I thought it was close. I thought it was close enough to go to Jacob, but a lot of people seemingly here did not agree.
I think it was Jacob. I think it by a hair. If you value the guard work. So even though I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy, I've judged the guard work as offense.
He came closer to finishing.
Yeah.
Vamos
a ver de quién es hacer.
And it helps me because
I
know about what his game plan is.
Yeah, what his intentions are.
Winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner.
Unanimous decision?
Eso es mentira. Es una falta de
unanimous.
Falta de respeto lo que son.
Now going to 1-1.
Fight fans, don't forget February 8th.
Mauro quiere un macho. Lo que él le da miedo decirlo.
The Grady Cole Center, February 8th.
Nah, que roba la pelea.
Aaron ganó round 1 y 2.
February 8th.
El tipo lo único que hizo fue